Good evening and welcome to the Shadow Realm. I am your host Ghostly and today we are playing Kingdom of Marionettes. Welcome to the Kingdom of Marionettes, Your Majesty. You are a newly hired security guard assigned to watch over an abandoned puppet theatre called Kingdom of Marionettes. Your duties are simple enough. Keep troublemakers away, clean the theatre, and make sure none of the puppets go missing or start wandering around. Wait, wandering around? Has to be a joke. Well, not exactly, because during your night shifts the puppets are very much alive, and one of them, a mischievous jester puppet, seems eager to play with you. Now this is just the demo for the game. It's got a few endings to try and get, and it should be made aware for all of you that this game includes mild swearing, some screen shaking, which we can see here on the title page, some manipulative behaviour, toxic relationship dynamics, jump scares, obsessive behaviour, and so on. And that also includes, the potential for us, the player, to die. So, without any further ado, we're going to get started and see what happens. Who would have thought I'd end up trapped in a situation this strange? It all started because I was desperately looking for a job. Of course I was desperate. My savings were running low, and I still had countless living expenses, plus debt to pay. I applied to all kinds of places, but it felt like luck absolutely hated me. In a situation like this, I no longer cared for what kind of job it was, as long as it paid. Cleaning toilets, catching bears, I'd do anything. That's when I found this job online. A security position at an abandoned theatre. Seriously, why would a place that no longer operates even need a security guard? Kingdom of Marionettes. I'd heard this place used to be famous for its puppet performances long ago. Only 3 duties. Duty number 1, keep the theatre safe from vandals. I could probably manage that. Duty number 2, clean the theatre. That's technically outside a security guard's job, but whatever, as long as it pays. Duty number 3, make sure none of the puppets are missing and walking around. Maybe I'm so sleep deprived I've misread it. Make sure none of the puppets are missing and walking around. Wait, walking around? Make sure there are no puppets walking around? What does that even mean? Maybe they meant making sure that no one steals the puppets? Yeah, that has to be it. Whoever wrote this must be joking. Alright then. Let's do this. Here it is. After all this time, I finally got a job. Hang on a second, I am just going to turn the sound down. And the music, because that's a bit loud for me. There we go. Strangely enough, this job didn't require an interview. When I contacted them yesterday, everything was settled almost immediately. I almost thought this was a scam, but thankfully it wasn't. Alright, I have 3 tasks. First, keep the place safe from vandals. Fortunately, there hasn't been any sign of trouble so far. That only leaves cleaning the theatre and making sure all the puppets are accounted for. Clean up, check the puppets, all done. Okay, let's do a quick save. A little save there. Well, let's do it in order of what the task was. So we'll clean up. Boss said I could clean it little by little. There's no need to finish everything in one day. How big is this place that you're allowed to just do it systematically like that? In that case, I'll start by cleaning the stage. I head toward the storage room to gather some cleaning supplies. God, it's so dark in here. I can barely see anything. I see a dustpan and brush, a mop, oh, a feather duster. I mean, this cupboard could probably do with being cleaned first. I don't like, and I'm gonna have to put the mouse here. I think that's a previous guard. I can't read the name, but that looks like a bloody shirt, and I'm not happy with that. I tried to turn on the light, but of course it's broken. As expected. I turn on my flashlight. Oh, we've got light. Much better. The storage room itself is quite dirty. I'll clean it another time. I jumped the gun a bit there, didn't I? Saying this place should be cleaned first. Sorry, character. That was really loud. I'm so focused on gathering the supplies that I flinch when my foot stepped into something. When I look down, I see a red ball. Oh, just a ball. I don't remember seeing a red ball earlier. I mean, the place was dark. We've just said it was dark. Maybe it was just in the shadow. I must have just missed it. Once I'm sure I've gathered all the cleaning supplies, I head back toward the stage. I won't lie. This corridor is pretty unsettling. Not just this corridor either. This entire place feels creepy and dark. Rusty doors are covered with layers of old newspapers. Cracked walls are smeared with graffiti left behind by vandals. Most of the lights are broken or dead. Only a few are still on, and even those flicker. Dust and grime cling to every corner. Of course, that's not surprising. This puppet theatre has been closed for a very long time. If I remember correctly, Kingdom of Marionettes shut down around the year I was born. No one really tried to take this place over all this time? It feels like such a waste to leave it abandoned. The place still looks so grand. Maybe this place could be repurposed into a cinema or a high-end restaurant. Or perhaps someone might even reopen this puppet theatre. That would certainly be interesting. I do really love the set design of all of this. I'm just kind of, every time I'm looking in awe going, oh, look at the dirt and the grime and the general decay of this place that makes it feel abandoned. I start sweeping the stage floor, moving from one end to the other. Just sweeping the stage floor alone is enough to exhaust me. The stage is enormous, and the thick layers of dust are stubborn and hard to sweep away. I look around me, then towards the audience seats. This is going to take longer than I thought. Oh! That was satisfying. Sorry, just the and it all clears away. I was like, wow, that's really satisfying. After cleaning the stage for what feels like 2 or 3 hours, I finally finish. Well, at least the stage itself is done. At this rate, I'll probably need around 2 full days just to clean this area alone. My body is completely worn out after all the sweeping, mopping, cleaning the curtains and everything else. I don't have the strength to continue. It's probably because I rarely exercise and live off instant noodles. No wonder my stamina is terrible. What can I do? I mean, you're broke, I understand. But once we get money, we're going to get you a good diet, and you'll go for walks, and we'll build your stamina up. Because if you've got to run from something, you need to be able to run. Anyway, for now, I'll stop cleaning. Check the puppets, all done. So we'll just keep going in all order. Let's check the puppets. According to boss, There are around 20 puppets in this theatre. It's quite a lot. I mean, you said how big this stage was. I don't think 20 is ridiculous. I walk toward the room where all the puppets are stored, located at the very end of the corridor. Seriously, who thought it was a good idea to place the puppet room at the end of such a dark hallway? Well, I mean, prior to this, it would have been a well-lit hallway. It's only now that it's really not, you know, lit. I must be so desperate for money that I feel like someone who actually enjoys walking into a haunted house. I grab the doorknob, take a deep breath, before finally opening the door. This is the puppet room. I didn't get it wrong, did I? So that says crown on the king door. C-R-O-W-N. Wizard's a little person with a monocle. Nothing on the maid, nothing on the chef. Lol. And some little flags. Like bunting flags hanging out the jester. And I think the jester's the one that we have to be wary of. If you ask me, it looks more like a prison. Yeah, I agree with the sentiment there, you know. Why is it little bars on top of the doors? I was expecting to see a bunch of puppets hanging on the walls or something like that. I am rather grateful for the doors. Personally, I'm usually alright with puppets, but there is an essence of if I was to see marionette puppets hanging all across the walls, like strung up bodies, I think I'd be backing out, good sir. Oh ma'am. Don't think we have a gender in this. But strangely enough, each puppet seems to have its own room. Alright, time to start counting. Take out a piece of paper containing the list of puppets. Who should I check first? Oh, hello. Let's save. Let us start with the king. Crown. Oh, crown us, that's a bit creepier than just crown. I misread that. I thought that said king, but that was knight. I promise I can read. I walked toward the door labelled knight. The knight's puppet's room is neatly kept. A sturdy, imposing shield is mounted on the wall, along with various other shield decorations. There are quite a number of shields in all different shapes and designs. Ooh, that's cool. On the bed, I see a puppet sitting upright. A dark red cloak draped over its face. That is not eerie at all. Why has it got a bed? I'm certain it's the night puppet. Checked. Right. Let's go to the king. This time I've read it properly. This is the king. I walk toward the door labelled king. When I look inside, the room is lavish. There's a king-sized bed with curtains, a comfortable looking oh god, this is the word I always trip up on. Chaise lounge, and several paintings. I examine every corner of the room, but I can't find the king puppet anywhere. Oh no, is the king puppet missing? I check the puppet list I'm carrying, but I don't see the king's puppet name on it either. I suppose there was never a king puppet to begin with. Or has it been missing for a long time? Right, do we check the jester or do we go to the next puppet? I don't think it matters given this being a demo. That there's not too many options, but we'll go to the next puppet. I want to try and save the jester for last. Better hurry and report the results to the boss. don't like the way the door slams. Checking the puppets, I finally finish. Every puppet listed as present. Oh, we don't go back. Oh no. I didn't check the jester. Well, we're trapped in this ending. I head straight back to my room and report to the boss. All of my tasks are finished. Now all that's left is to stand guard. Being a security guard doesn't seem so bad. I get paid just for keeping watch. The pay isn't great, but better than nothing. What should I do while I'm on watch? I'm so tired. I can't afford to fall asleep. Take out my phone and start browsing the internet. I'm surprised a building like this would have signal, but I'm curious about the missing and unknown accident on the background art. My knowledge about this theatre is still pretty limited, and my curiosity gets the better of me, so I decide to look up some information online. Kingdom of Marionettes, a puppet theatre that tells the story of everyday lives of puppets in a kingdom. No wonder the puppets I saw earlier were dressed in outfits from a royal era. Kingdom of Marionettes was known for its amusing and mesmerizing performances, enhanced by the puppets' charming designs. Was this place really that famous back then? They even sold merchandise and all kinds of stuff. There was even a poll for favourite characters. That's kind of cute. First place went to the jester. People really do like odd characters, huh? Second place was the knight. And third was the wizard. I ended up getting completely absorbed in all this information about the theatre, and before I realise it, I've been scrolling for half an hour. Oh, crap. I need to check the CCTV. I don't like this. Your bunny! Look at the little bunny up in the top left corner. I don't like this. Okay. Check the outer grate. I check the camera at the outer grate. There's nothing there. Okay. Corridor 1. I check the camera at corridor 1. There's nothing there. Check theatre hall. I check the camera at the theatre hall. There's nothing there. Check storage. I check the storage room camera. There's nothing. I take back what I said. Someone just passed through the storage room. Was that a vandal? No, that doesn't make sense. How did they get inside? Damn it. I need to check it right now before those vandals do something that'll make my job even harder. I quickly grab a flashlight and a baton to defend myself, then rush out of the room toward the storage area. Okay. Oh, this is even darker now. I don't like it. When I arrive at the storage room, I find nothing. However, the storage door is open. Proof that what I saw on the CCTV was real, and not just my imagination. I have a bad feeling. Whoever this person is somewhere in the corridor. I grip my baton as tightly as I can and slowly step into the hallway. It's pitch dark. I'd better turn on the flashlight. Okay. Oh, hello, Sir Knight. Alright. What the hell is that? After turning on the flashlight, I finally see the dark path stretching out in front of me. But I can also see something else. A tall figure standing at the far end of the corridor. How tall are you? Because the doorway would probably fit an average person, so it's probably a good 6 foot, maybe? I don't know, I'm small, so I don't know about these larger heights. You're gigantic. The figure is draped in a red cloak, its edges are torn and ragged, its outfit resembles that of a knight. Yeah, it's got a slash across the chest. That makes me apprehensive of why. I want to know why. But, good sir. I'm just the new security guard, here to keep you safe. Please don't squish me. No, this isn't a vandal. It's the night puppet I checked earlier. How could a puppet be standing here? There's no way. Puppets don't move. Well, depends on the type of puppet, I guess. Anyway, maybe some vandals broke in and moved the night puppet here. And because they noticed me, they put it back so they could escape as quickly as possible. Yeah, that has to be it. Before I can calm myself with all these possibilities, the puppet's head moves and turns to look straight at me. I take back what I said. Intruder. That puppet can talk. Oh, this is quite loud again. Let me turn some of this down. Calm down, calm down. Don't panic. What should I do in this situation? Keep silent, who are you, run. Oh, there's a lot more options to this than I thought there were going to be. Okay. Let's keep silent. I just stand there frozen. I don't know what to do. Even if I say something, I'm afraid it'll only make things worse. I never imagined a situation where a puppet would speak to me. Oh, hello, sir. I do like the blue eyes. And you've got blonde hair. Suddenly, in the blink of an eye, a hand clamps around my throat. Alright, guys, if you don't like horror, I would suggest backing out now. The night puppet is right in front of me, choking me with terrifying speed. Once again, an intruder. It seems more and more intruder have been coming to this kingdom lately. How fortunate. His grip tightens around my neck, cutting off my air. He's going to kill me. I struggle with every strength I have, punching his arm, kicking his legs, trying desperately to break free. But it's useless. He is far stronger than me. He doesn't even budge. My vision grows blurrier, sinking deeper into darkness. Is this really how my life ends? Killed? By a living puppet? Oh wow. Just before my consciousness completely fades, a hand suddenly covers my eyes. What are you doing in here? Huh? Who's this behind me? Another puppet. Nighter. I believe I've mentioned this before. Wouldn't it be better if any visitors who wander into our kingdom were entrusted to me? For what? So you can carry out that absurd plan of yours. My friend, you're free to doubt me if you wish. I wouldn't fault you for it, but I do need this visitor. You understand that much, don't you? Suddenly the corridor falls silent. I have no idea what's happening. The night puppet, named Nighter, snorts in irritation before abruptly releasing his grip from my throat. I hear his footsteps fading away, a clear sign that he's left. Yet the hand covering my eyes doesn't move, gently keeping my vision obscured. Then I feel another hand slowly rest on my shoulder, making me flinch. Easy now. The danger is past. You may allow yourself to relax. Why don't you come with me for the time being? I assure you, I'm not someone you need to fear. That's what someone who you should be afraid of would say, good sir. Oh, I'm not dangerous. After all, any guest who steps foot in this kingdom ought to be welcomed properly. Wouldn't you agree? Alright, whoever's standing behind me sounds friendly enough. Still, it's probably best if I just go along with it. I nod my head. Excellent. Now, come with me. The figure behind me guides me forward, leading me where they want, while keeping my eyes covered. After a while, he stops. We've arrived. Now, please take a seat here and make yourself comfortable. They gently guide me down into a seat. Then their hand moves away from my eyes, finally allowing me to see. This is the theatre hall. I turn around trying to see who has been guiding me all this time, but there's no one there. What? Where did that person go? Why? That actually got me. Give me a second. I was expecting that, and yet, between the screen shaking and the musical sound cue, I genuinely jump scared. I'm sorry, I just need a second to collect myself. I do adore the design. Hello, Jester. Quite a welcome surprise. Could we not do that next time, please? For my poor heart. Boo. Still unprepared and struggling to process what was happening, I scream when, without warning, someone's standing right in front of me. He gently covers my mouth. Oh, your eyes got very narrow. As if signaling that he won't hurt me and keep me silent. Shush. I can feel my soul almost slipped from my body for a second. Slowly, he pulls his hand away from my lips. The figure is dressed like a jester. Bells hang from the tips of its hood, and its outfit is coloured red, black, white, and yellow. Almost looks like it's wearing a crown. Is the king and the jester one and the same? Wait a second. Isn't that... He is. The jester puppet. He moved on his own. I remembered the list of duties I read before applying yesterday. Make sure none of the puppets are missing. And walking around. At that moment, I believed it after seeing Night Puppet and Jester Puppet moving with my own eyes and mind. This isn't a joke. They're alive. Ooh, you've got painted nails. The puppet then snaps his fingers, and in an instant he disappears from in front of me. What? Where did he go now? You didn't get me that time, good sir. Haha. I was expecting it. A hand so small and soft, like cotton, like a kitten's paw. He's caressing my arm gently with his puppet hand. A form so small, so easily broken, yet somehow brimming with warmth and movement. A vessel that reacts, trembles, and changes so beautifully. And that face, always shifting, always telling stories without meaning to. Is he examining me? You're really a human? Yes. I'm a human. I reply in a nervous voice laced with fear. Seconds passed, then hours, days, weeks, months, years. It has been so very long since all of that faded away. A kingdom that was once so lively, so magnificent, so full of joy, has now been reduced to silence. A kingdom that was once led by a ruler, one who guided us all toward our purpose, toward our lives, has now vanished. Like fledgling birds abandoned by their parent before they were ever ready to fly, we were left to be guarded. We were left to be guided by confusion and by despair. We move without direction or destination, not knowing where we are meant to go. And yet, we believe that someday a new light will appear to guide us. I'm not signed up to become a puppet, good sir. Thank you very much. Send me out. Yeah, I feel like you're going to turn me into a puppet. Let me go. I'm not paid enough for this. Off I pop. We'll pretend none of this happened. I won't tell the boss you were up and about. Walk in. I'll collect a paycheck. Never meet each other again. That sounds like a good deal. A leader who will give us life once more and lead us towards the lives we were always meant to live. We waited and we hoped and waited round and round, over and over, until the two became indistinguishable, as though they were never meant to be apart. And so that circle endured. It lingered through the passage of time until now, until this very day, which quietly dares to call itself a turning point. Will this circle continue its gentle, merciless dance unbroken, unchanged? Or will it at last begin to crack, to fracture, and finally shatter, granting us release from the loop we call life? What is he talking about so suddenly? I don't understand. Is he telling me a fairy tale? A kingdom, a place never far removed from politics, a realm steeped in tension, where seriousness lurks beneath its lush, glittering surface. Like ice bitterly cold, it requires at least a touch of warmth. No, perhaps half of that warmth to keep its balance. And that is precisely why I am here. To soften the air, to deliver laughter, to carry joy wherever it dares to fade. 1 second, I need another sip. I'm really fascinated by all the designs, because you can see the classic motif of, a jester outfit. And yet there's this, hidden behind the mask of the puppet that doesn't quite match up, and I'm curious. Now, can you guess who I am? This puppet seems to really enjoy talking. You're a jester? Ding, ding, ding. Correct. Oh, to be precise, jester is really is merely my role. Allow me to properly introduce myself to you, sweet human. My name is Gestion. We're gonna go say Gestion. You may call me Gestion, though some prefer Jessie Tintin, and quite a few other variations, I'm afraid. Now that I have offered you my name, allow me just this once to ask for yours in turn. What is your name? 7? Ooh, hang on. Okay, let me save. I want to see what happens if we call ourselves Seven. Seven! What a lovely name for such a lovely soul. Ba-do-ba-do-ba-do. And your pronoun is she, her, he, him, they, them. Understood. But tell me, what brings you to this kingdom, I wonder? Are you perhaps carrying out a duty for the clown? He keeps referring to this theatre as a kingdom. It's starting to confuse me. Also, the way you speak is really strange. But whatever. I'll play along for now. I just want to get out of here as soon as possible. I'm just a security guard. My job is to watch over this theatre and do a bit of cleaning on the side. I hope my answer satisfies him. Oh, I don't like the expression changed. Good sir, would you please allow me to vacate the premises? I won't tell anyone. I'll collect a paycheck and I'll be out of your hair in no time. But suddenly he starts laughing, and I have no idea why. Is my answer really that amusing to him? Ah, guardian, is it? Such a noble calling. The protector of the kingdom, one who stands firm, fighting on till the very last drop of blood. And yet, regrettably, you cannot become a guardian here. What do you mean? You see, we already have a knight who serves as this kingdom's shield. His name is Nita, and we have no intention of welcoming another. One knight is more than sufficient. Is he talking about roles in this theatre? Oh, there must be a cleaner, I guess. We already have plenty of maids here, and I don't think it would be possible for us to add another. Alright then, I suppose I'll just be no one. Oh, no. Everyone who comes here must have a role of their own. And the role that currently stands vacant is the king, the queen, the ruler of the kingdom. Alright, but why is the only position of king empty? What happened to the previous king? When I checked the puppets earlier, that there was a room labeled the king. So the king puppet must have existed. Sadly, he passed away. Oh, I'm sorry. My condolences. It's alright, my dear. That is simply how life is. People come and go. It is a part of a cycle you cannot escape. I believe humans understand that very much. He then clapped his hands. It has been a very long time since the king passed. This kingdom has grown terribly dark, filled with silence, without direction or joy. And I must admit, it has grown rather boring in here. But now I have met such a sweet human before me. Why don't you indulge me in a little game, Your Majesty? Your Majesty? Me? His smile widened. Yes, let us play a bit of acting. You shall pretend to be the ruler, and I will be your jester. Oh, do forgive me. I have been a jester from the very beginning. How foolish of me. Gestian then snapped his fingers, and before I knew it, he'd moved onto the stage. Now then, shall we allow the performance to begin? Wait. I've never acted before. I don't even know how. Oh no, my dear. Simply live as though you've always been the ruler of this kingdom. Gestian snapped his fingers again. And in an instant I found myself already on the stage, seated upon a plush throne, a crown resting atop my head. What? One day, beneath the scorching summer sun, the kingdom was struck by trouble once more. The farmers were filled with sorrow as the relentless heat of summer scorched the land. Crops withered and failed under the drought, leaving the field barren. As a result, the farmers suffered great losses, with no harvest left to sell. In the end, the farmers brought their plight before their majesty, hoping they might receive aid and relief. I look around, trying to find the source of the voice that sounded like a narrator. Within the kingdom, their majesties sat upon their throne, their expression clouded with confusion. When Gestian, the royal jester, appeared before them to relay the troubles faced by the farmers. I'm gonna give Gestian a different voice because I'm starting to strain doing that other one. So, good evening, your majesty. Gestian appears and bowed before me with utmost reverence. What a truly beautiful day it is. A day just as fitting to tend to the little troubles stirring within the kingdom. Wouldn't you agree, your majesty? Troubles in the kingdom? Indeed, your majesty. As of late, the townsfolk have begun to voice their worries. The harvest had failed, brought low by the relentless drought of the dry season. And as one might expect, such misfortune has left them quite lacking in means. Please come in, dear guest. The man who worked as a farmer then entered after Gestian granted the man permission to enter. Suddenly, a puppet dressed as a farmer stepped forward and knelt before me. Greetings, your majesty. Perhaps forgive my boldness, but we come before you to humbly seek your aid. I'm so sorry for this. I'm running out of tricks and I don't have many masculine voices, so he's going to get a terrible accent from who knows where. Due to the failed harvest, we no longer have the means to replace the crops that withered, nor do we have the funds to meet our daily needs. Thus we beg you to grant us your guidance. Having been dragged into the role of a ruler without warning, confusion washed over me. My own troubles were far from resolved, and now I was expected to find a way to save the farmers as well. What am I supposed to do? Give them money, build water channels, give them new seed. I need time to think. You should think of a solution yourself. My God, there's so many options. I'm scared. I don't know. Giving them money is not. There's something going to solve the immediate issue. That partly solves the drought, but it's probably not going to give them new seed. That doesn't matter if it's still a drought. Because I don't know, we're just going to top down. Maybe I could give them money? That way they could buy the things they need? What if I give you some funds? I'll provide whatever you need, whether it's to buy new seeds or to cover your daily needs. Upon hearing the ruler's decision to provide the farmers with as much funding as they needed, the farmer's heart danced with joy. Alright, that narrator's voice that's coming from who knows where was starting to make me uneasy. Oh, of course, your majesty. See, I've already lost the accent. It was not a good accent. That sounds like a good idea. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm not finding it again. With a joyful heart, the farmer finally left the palace to deliver the good news. The farmer puppet stood up and then left the stage. I could feel Gestion's gaze fixed on me. Oh, Your Majesty, such a truly wise and kind-hearted decision. Providing the farmers with funds to meet their basic needs. It is not a bad idea at all. He paused. You're so kind, Your Majesty, and kindness is a beautiful thing. But when given without limits, it turns into expectation. He tilted his head. Tell me, how many coins does it take to feed a kingdom? That's... forgive me. I forgot you were very generous. He smiled. The kingdom must be quite small, if generosity alone is enough to sustain it. He's right. Being a ruler is really hard. I mean, I'm just a security guard, desperate for money just to survive. And now all of a sudden, I'm being dragged into playing the role of a ruler by living puppets. I'm really not that fit to be a leader. Is it finished? Finished. If governing a kingdom were that simple, Your Majesty, I fear we would have far fewer queens. Oh, there's still more. The day passed slowly within the kingdom, and without Their Majesty realizing it. The time had once shown 9 in the morning had already advanced to 1 in the afternoon. And at that very moment, a formal letter from another kingdom suddenly arrived. Upon learning of this, the butler promptly took the letter and set out to deliver it to Their Majesty. Suddenly, a butler-dressed puppet approached Gestion and handed him a parchment scroll. Gestion read it for a moment, his expression turned focused, before his eyes shifted towards me and that smile returned to his face. Your Majesty, we have received a most astonishing and rather intriguing request from a neighboring kingdom. It is all written here in ink upon this scroll. In short, they wish to purchase a small piece of land along our border, under the pretense of facilitating trade. Should Your Majesty agree to this arrangement, they are prepared to offer compensation in gold coins, an amount I am quite certain would give Your Majesty a heart attack on the spot. So then, what will you do, Your Majesty? Oh no, this is starting to sound complicated. What should he do? Refuse? I don't know. There's too many decisions. If we agree, we're gonna be losing the people of that territory to them, and they're going to probably get a lot more greedy, overtaking the land. If we deny it, they're going to go, huh, you think you're too good for us. And that will also incite conflict, delay giving an answer or getting a response. We need that coin. I don't know. We'll agree again because I don't know what to do, and I will get lost if I don't have a clear idea. So top down is usually my go-to if I'm concerned. How decisive, Your Majesty. God has a way of making difficult choices appear simpler. But as long as the coin's not for me and for the people, it's a lot easier. Let us hope the land proves less costly than it seems. Very well. I shall inform our neighbours of Your Majesty's will. And I believe that, for now, the matters Your Majesty was required to resolve have achieved the end of today's programme. Finally, it ends. I don't know if my brain can handle these kingdom things anymore. You must be tired, Your Majesty. How about we do something calming? Perhaps a dance? I don't know how to dance, good sir. Gestion offered his hand, inviting me to dance. Yeah, you and me both, Seven. But I've never danced before. That won't be a problem, Your Majesty. This dance is very slow. It won't trouble you at all. I hesitated for a moment, but seeing that expression on his face, I felt I couldn't refuse. Oh, I do love this piece of classical music. Obviously, we're dancing to Danse Macabre. I think that's... yeah, that's the one, isn't it? I think there's just dance. Anyway. Alright. The moment I took his hand, the stage lights suddenly went out. And when they came back on, without realizing it, I was already in dancing position with Justin. Such a big height difference. Justin's steps were as slow as he promised, and I followed his rhythm. We didn't say a word. Only the dance music filled the silence on the stage. You're doing quite well, Your Majesty. I'm just following you, and that is more than enough. The room fell silent once again. Do you know the name of this dance, Your Majesty? I don't think so. Come on, I want to see if I correctly identified the piece of music. I'm like 99% certain. But anyway, I do need to briefly stop recording because my throat's giving up. I think, hang on. I think we must be near an ending. Come on. I'm gonna keep going. I was gonna stop recording because I saw the time, but I think we can do it. You could say this is the most iconic dance in the Kingdom of Marionettes. At the end of every performance, we always dance this one. We call it Danse Macabre. I was right. 99%, 100, haha. Our steps grew more perfectly synchronized after Justin said that. Danse Macabre. I've never heard of it before. Why is it called that? Suddenly a sharp dizziness washed over my head. My head. It hurts so much. It feels as though something inside me is slowly being pulled out. My steps faltered, and my entire body weakened in an instant. But Justin's arm caught me, keeping me from falling. My whole body became weak and trembled. Justin, what is... Seconds passed, then hours, days, weeks, months, years. It has been so very long since all of that faded away. And after so long, it seems fate has not yet chosen our side. I do like the glowing eyes. In the end, this aimless fate of ours must continue on its path. Because, ultimately, you are unworthy. Your reign as a ruler ends here. Now it's time for you to rest peacefully. Close your eyes and let this dance guide you into eternal serenity. Thing. Okay. Yeah, I'm very interested in this. I want to explore all the options, all the dialogue options, because I'm guessing there is a way to be a ruler and not die. But my throat is starting to give out because I've been recording for almost an hour now. So I am going to take a break here, and when we get back we'll try and explore some other options, maybe get some of the other endings and see what other unique options there are. Thank you very much for joining me on this, and until next time, farewell.